The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Puneet Janur, host for today's webinar. So today's webinar, the topic is Connect SolidWorks to the Cloud. So today we have two speakers. The first speaker is Mr. Rohit Chabra. He's the sales director for customer role experience. He's been managing 3D experience portfolio for Dassault System SolidWorks. He has 23 years of experience in managing software industry. He has been with Dassault Systems since 6 years. So the second speaker for today is Mr. Gurpreet Singh. He is the Senior Territory Technical Manager for India. Again, he's handling 3D experience portfolio. He has over 19 years of experience in CAD industry. All through his career, he's been a trainer, a mentor to many CAD CAM professionals, and he has been with SolidWorks India, our community, since 2005. So without taking much time, I would like to invite Rohit on the stage and to take over the session.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Puneet. Thanks a lot. Good afternoon, everyone. Let me introduce, thanks, Puneet, for introducing me. And Gurpreet is also with me. Gurpreet is my technical counterpart. So, Gurpreet, let's say hello to the team once so that we can start.
Good afternoon, all.
Yeah. So, I hope all of you are safe in the current corona outbreak environment. One positive thing which all of us have observed in corona environment is probably it has given us a pause to our life, and that pause to our life has given us time to reflect upon or introspect upon our way of working, be it in the personal life or professional life or even our business environment also. Now, when it comes to business environment, each one of us are reading a lot of stuff on internet and probably listening a lot of stuff also, where people are talking about cloud portfolio, people are talking about digital way of working. So this webinar is primarily in a series of webinars which we plan to do on the cloud portfolio of our Dassault system, and we will try to bridge the gap between your understanding of cloud system and your understanding how this cloud system portfolio will fit into a manufacturing organization per se, kind of a thing. So in today's discussion, what we will do, we will spend around 40 minutes of time, which Gurpreet and we will take you through, and we will first try to cover what is happening in the current surrounding in our ecosystem, and we'll try to see what are the challenges which we foresee in current ecosystem going forward in COVID-19 environment, post COVID-19 environment, or COVID-19 environment also. And then we will try to see what is the macro view of 3D Experience platform, probably a bird's eye view, what exactly 3D Experience platform is all about, what are the portfolio in the 3D Experience platform. Once we are done with the macro view, we will talk about the first role we have in a 3D Experience platform, that we call it the entry step in 3D Experience platform also. So that step is collaborative business innovator. So we'll talk about collaborative business innovator in detail in today's presentation, and which will be followed by a SolidWorks integration with the experience platform. And then obviously we'll summarize it. In this particular journey, Gurpreet will obviously help me for all this technical demo and the technical presentation which we will be doing in our journey. So with this, let's look at what is happening around the world as of now when we are talking in our current environment, kind of a thing. This is a news which came into print, the print online magazine yesterday, and this is the news probably each one of us is looking for also, the kind of vaccine which is coming in the future. So probably the best shot is probably 1 year down the line. So in 1 year down the line, the vaccine comes, and then 1.5 years to 2 years by the time it is being applied to everyone in the ecosystem. So this period is not going to die down soon after the lockdown kind of environment. So what is exactly will happen in our work environment, kind of a thing. When we say work environment, let's see what is the direction which has come from the government in our ecosystem, kind of a thing, and how this particular ecosystem is going to affect each one of us. The basic thing which has come is the 6 feet distancing, kind of a thing. Now 6 feet distancing has a lot of meaning, if you'll ask me, because each one of us sits in a desk which is 3 feet, normally a 3 feet long desk are there, kind of a thing. So we all of us are basically talking about 6 feet distances. 6 feet distances means almost we will be working with 50% of our capacity in our ecosystem. And with 50% of the capacity, there is bound to be people who need to work remotely, whether from the other office or whether from home. That is bound to happen, kind of a thing. So another thing which you'll see, this is being analyzed by a lot of industry journals also. One of the industry journal which refer to this particular stuff is called Industry Week. So they refer to collaboration kind of a work environment. When the collaboration kind of a work environment was there, is expected in the coming future. So they have referred to it as it. Yeah, good with next slide, please. So when they have referred to this particular stuff, they have referred to a language which is predominantly being used. So their language was primarily key. Ultimately, end of the day, there is going to be change. And now change, what kind of change will happen? So according to them, remote work will be the new normal in manufacturing. So like a remote working, which is a normal in the IT industry, in manufacturing industry also it will be a new normal. Another term which they have coined is primarily virtual shift. Now, virtual shift is a new acronym which was coined by them, which basically defines it in a manner that ultimately at the end of the day, probably you will have a good number of people who are in the shop floors or even from the production side also, which will be operating remotely in one way or another way, kind of a thing. Third thing they refer to it is key. Organization need to look for the ways and means for the collaboration. Whether the ways and means of collaboration means ultimately end of the day, they need to look out for the methods of collaboration, or they need to look out for the tools which can be used in this particular environment, kind of a thing. Now, if you see this particular background, there is bound to be some different way of working, the way we have been working prior to even in February or March period till 15th of March period, kind of a thing. Those changes are going to come. Now, those changes will be something like a remote working environment will be there. Now, many of you have experienced this remote working environment in lockdown period also. There are many challenges of this lockdown period. There's many challenges of this particular remote working. Now, let's look at those particular challenges which we foresee will happen in the coming future, kind of a thing. Now, when you see these particular challenges, team is scattered. So it's like everybody is not in the same place. So everybody is in different place, kind of a thing. That will be one biggest challenge which each one of us will face. Second challenge which we'll be facing is the design data or the engineering data which is residing. It's ultimately end of the day, it is not limited to the boundary of the organization. It bound to go outside. It will be operational from the another office, or it will be operational from the home environment of the employers, kind of a thing. So we need to look at the data security. That will be another challenge which each one of us will face. Third is basically difficulty in engaging all these employees, because you need to understand everybody is not operating from the same premise. Everybody is operating from a different premises also. So how to engage with each other, how to talk to each other, how to keep motivated each other, how to keep motivated the complete employee set, how to have that relationship between the people, kind of a thing. Those are the challenges which will come in the coming future. Then obviously it's a big challenge for the IT administration also, because the organization information is again, it's available in different machines, and the machines are also might not be in your premises also. So that provides a different set of challenges for the IT administration. So with this, let's look at one small poll we would like to conduct. Yeah, Gurpreet.
Yes, Rohit. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just launching a poll. Um, so, what we would like to basically know is we would like to have some feedback from you that in the current scenario, are you also facing similar challenges? So we can see a lot of people are voting. So probably in 20 seconds we have reached almost 50% of votes. So I request all of you to please share your feedback if you feel that if you are also facing the similar challenges in the current scenario. So I'll close this poll in next maybe 10 seconds. So gentlemen, please respond to the poll. Yeah. So I'm going to just close the poll now. And would love to share the results as well with all of you. So whooping 93% of respondents feel that they are also facing similar challenges in the current scenario. Yeah. Yes, Rohit, back to you.
Yeah, thank you, Gurpreet. So now let's look at how the solution, the cloud solution, which is available with the 3D Experience platform, is basically how can it solve this particular challenges kind of a thing. So let's look at 3D Experience. Yeah, Gurpreet. Next slide, please. Good. Yeah. So the 3D Experience platform, the macro view of this particular platform is primarily, if you see in detail, kind of a thing. It ultimately ends up in basically four different. It helps you in four different manners. First is ultimately, end of the day, it enables all discipline of organization. So let's understand, 3D Experience platform is not limited to the design department or the engineering department only. It enables or engages all the departments of the of an organization, starting from the management to the field team. Second thing, it provides you a backbone of a collaborative working environment. So when I say collaborative environment kind of a thing, you provides you a virtual platform of collaborative working environment where everybody can be engaged and worked upon towards a single objective of making your organization a success. Third and most important thing from the IT perspective, since it is a cloud platform, you have a very minimal IT overheads, and it's a complete, fully secured cloud solution. It is hosted on an AWS platform, and for India, it is hosted in Bombay's pod also. Fourth and most important item in 3D Experience platform is it gives you a real-time, convenient 3D data viewing and sharing. So for any manufacturing organization, ultimately, end of the day, it's a design which flows throughout the organization. So design is ultimately the blood which flows throughout the organization. So it provides you a platform which helps you to view and share the 3D data. So that's basically the key part of the 3D Experience platform. Let's look at another area, or how we define the 3D Experience platform in our working environment kind of a thing. Now, 3D Experience platform can be defined in a very simple manner, ultimately, end of the day. Yeah, go to the next slide. So, 3D Experience platform, if you
Rohit,
ask.
Rohit, can you please be a little louder, because I'm getting a lot of comments on that. So if you can be a
Okay.
little more louder. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Am I audible now? Better?
Yes, Rohit.
Gurpreet,
Now
yeah.
it is better.
Okay. Okay, so it provides a software solution for the engineering, for marketing, for procurement, as well as for manufacturing department of the organization. So again, as I said previously, it is not limited to the engineering or design department. It has a software solution which caters to other departments of the organizations also. Another key component of 3D Experience platform, it brings all the people and the data solutions in a single place. So all the information which is required in an organization is provided in a single platform kind of environment. Second thing, it provides a social collaboration environment. When we say social collaboration, it's you can imagine it to be like a enterprise level social platform for you. So it can be another Facebook kind of environment which is available for you, but it is only linked to the organization concerned kind of a thing. Another key component of 3D Experience platform is it provides a virtual marketplace to you. Virtual marketplace in the sense, it gives you a platform which where you can order your parts online, you get your parts made online. It also gives you a platform where all the components are available online also. So it's a virtual Amazon of the engineering industry kind of a thing. So this is also part of the 3D Experience platform. And as I said previously, it is available in a public cloud environment. So these are the key components of 3D Experience platform, which makes this particular platform a need of the hour kind of a thing. Now let's look at what is the portfolio available under 3D Experience platform, a broader view or a bird's eye view of a 3D Experience platform. Now, once we look at the portfolio available under 3D Experience platform, it can be put in a 4 different buckets. Now, first bucket is the collaboration one. That is the word talk of the day. We will be discussing in detail about this particular bucket. Second bucket is the design portfolio, which is available with us. Design portfolio, we have a full-fledged cloud CAD platform, cloud CAD app also. We call it XDesign. And another industrial design software is also available with us. We call it XShape for that particular matter. Then similarly on the PLM space, we have a full-fledged portfolio which is available, which can help you to the version control part, on change management part, on project planning part. So there's a complete set of portfolio which available which caters to the PLM space of the of your requirement. And this is again, if you're looking for a cloud PLM solution, 3D Experience platform provides you a complete cloud PLM solutions on this particular part. Then we have a fourth set of bucket, which is the basically the simulation bucket, we call it. Now, simulation bucket is nothing but a basically a backup solver based bucket where we have all the solutions which are available, very simple solutions which are catering to the linear requirement also, and then we have a very complex solution which can cater to the multi-physics environment, or which can cater to the non-linear environment also. So these are the four major buckets available under 3D Experience platform, which is which obviously we will be covering in our series of webinars in next 1 month period or so. So let's, for today's discussion, as we said, we will restrict ourselves to the collaboration portfolio only. So let's talk about collaboration platform slightly more in depth kind of thing. Yeah, good. Next slide, please. So guys, as we said, collaborative business innovator, this is the one role which contains the major apps of collaboration portfolio. And we will be talking of collaborative business innovator role today, where all the collaboration portfolio apps are available in our bucket kind of a thing. So when we say collaborative business innovator app, yeah, next slide, please. So when we say collaborative business innovator app, it has around 20 plus apps are available in this particular portfolio. Now let's look at how these apps are basically useful to you. Now, if you see this particular your environment, because ultimately at the end of the day, it is your physical office which we are trying to replicate as a virtual office kind of environment. So let's look at what are the intangibles in your business office which you were really working with kind of a thing. One was there was a common goal or common resources which you're sharing in the office. When you go to the office, basically you share a common goal which used to come from your management, which is the management which is providing goals to the team, and team knows yes, every department has its own goal and everyone is achieving those particular goals kind of thing, or working towards achieving those particular goals. Second major components of an in-office environment, it provides an engagement platform to the people. So everybody is talking to each other, everybody has a formal informal relationship with each other kind of a thing, and you have some kind of engagement arrangement which is available in an office. Then what you do in an office is basically you share the data, you share the information with each other kind of a thing. So whether it is through emails or whether it is through verbal communication, you basically communicate with each other in one way or another way. Another thing which normally if office provides is it provides you formal or informal interaction environment. When we say formal, it is something like it provides you a meeting room where everybody goes into a meeting room and discuss with each other. You brainstorm on different set of ideas. You brainstorm on the regular issues which you're facing on day-to-day basis, some deliveries issues or some product issues kind of a thing. You basically interact in a meeting room kind of environment. Or you do informal interaction. Informal interactions are probably you talk to your other employees in a canteen environment, or next to the water cooler kind of a thing. Where you basically discuss the organization thing only, but more in an informal manner kind of a thing. So these are the basic intangibles which a business office provides. Now, if we try to replicate, or if we try to see how best our virtual platform can provide it, that's what collaborative business innovator is supposed to do. So as I said earlier, it has around 20 plus apps which are available in this particular portfolio. Let's look at few of the apps, around 6 or 7 apps, which are the key apps in this collaborative business innovator. Let's look at those 6 apps much more, slightly more in depth. The very first app in this collaborative business innovator role is we call it 3D Dashboard. So 3D Dashboard is an app which provides basically a whiteboard kind of a space to you. So it is a virtual dashboard which is available with everybody or to you. So depending on your choice, you have your dashboard, you want to have your own whiteboard, you can have your own whiteboard. Or you want to have a whiteboard which is available across the organization or across your department, you can create it through 3D Dashboard. 3D SIM, that's most important app in collaborative business innovator. 3D SIM app provides a enterprise level social media platform to you. So 3D SIM is an app which provides a Facebook kind of environment, which is only enterprise level kind of a thing. Then third aspect of the collaborative business innovator is 3D Drive. Now, when we say 3D Drive, 3D Drive provides you basically a smart cloud drive kind of a thing. It is very different from a normal drive which you use, Google Drive or all those kind of drives. It is a drive which is created for engineers kind of a thing. Another thing which I mentioned in the beginning of this particular presentation is basically it provides you a viewing platform for the design data. So 3D Play is an app which gives you a platform which is helpful to you to view any kind of design data available under your umbrella kind of a thing. Then we have another app called 3D Search and 6W Tags. As we go more in depth, we will talk about this particular part. It's a basically searching arrangement in a collaborative business innovator environment. And then we have a 3D messaging or interaction kind of a app which is available. So let's slightly deep dive into each one of these particular app and understand how these apps can bridge a virtual office kind of environment. So let's look at 3D dashboard first. So once you look at the 3D dashboard first, 3D dashboards, as I said, it provides a single shareable information, single place where you can share all the information. Now, whether you would like to create a information which is meant for you or whether you would like to create information which is meant for others also. So depending upon your sharing requirement, you can create this particular dashboards. Another thing which you can do in dashboard is basically you can customize this particular dashboards. So let's dwell deeper into that because it has many key components or many key strengths in dashboards. So let's go to Gurpreet to explain you what exactly 3D dashboard have.
Thank you, Rohit. So gentlemen, I'm going to take you through quick introduction on the dashboard. So here, if you see, I have a blank dashboard in front of me. So where I have basically going to add this engineering data tab. So I go to my Compass and I drag and drop a app called 3D Drive. So next, I'm going to drag and drop another app called 3D Play. So now I'm going to just arrange these two apps in my this engineering data tab over here. So I'm gonna fit these two side by side. So I have my cloud drive and my 3D data viewer side by side available. So I'm going to create one more tab over here in my dashboard. So wherein I'm going to add another app which is 3D Swim, which is basically helps me to collaborate within my organization and maybe outside my organization as well. So we are going to talk a little in depth of what this communities app is all about maybe in the later slides. Then I'm going to add one more tab over here, and then I'm going to probably name it as a community analyst. Okay, so wherein I would like to know some analytics on what is happening in the communities and how many people are interacting, what all data they are sharing, and how many people are basically going through the data. So here if you see, I have a lot of communities available. I would like to dwell deeper into this life sciences community, and here you can see I have a lot of data analytics on what is happening in that particular community. So as Rohit said, dashboard is nothing but it is a placeholder for placing your apps. So once you have placed your apps, you have created a specific dashboard, you can also share this dashboard within your team members. So you can basically add the team members in this dashboard. You can add them with a reader's right or as a contributor's right or as a owner's right. So there are different type of rights we can assign over here. And then this is basically a placeholder for putting all our apps available on the 3D Experience platform.
Yeah, thanks, Gurpreet. So that was a brief introduction on the 3D dashboard app. So let's look at another app, that is 3D SWIM community. As I said, 3D SWIM community is nothing but a social interaction platform for an enterprise level arrangement kind of a thing. In a social interaction platform which you provide in a yeah, Gurpreet, I think there is something which is blocking the slide. Black, yeah. So then second thing which a 3D SWIM community provides is it provides you communities kind of arrangement. So its communities is something like you would like to work with your team only. So you can create a community of that particular team. So whatever the information which you're sharing, it will limit it to the design department, or you are working on a new project or a new product kind of a thing. On new project, you have people who is from manufacturing side also, who is from the services side also, or there is basically a designer also, industrial designer also is a part of that particular part. So you can create a project-based community for your organization. So this project-based community can help you to create a environment where people are working virtually, but then everyone is working towards a common goal kind of a thing. So let's look at another set of feature which is available in 3D SWAM community. It's like, that is called, we call it fuel addition process. So you would like to have an basically information, or you would like to have your team to contribute different set of ideas. Those ideas can come from your team. So you can put a poll and you can decide, you can ask the team to put in ideas, your team can give in ideas, and based on your common discussion, you put, out of this 10, 12 ideas, you decided one idea to go forward, kind of thing. So it has a very special process, we call it fuel addition process. So it's nothing but it basically provides you a platform to give a different set of ideas, and you can decide which ideas to work upon in the future set. Another feature which is available in 3D SWAM communities, we call it VDO feature. Now VDO feature is helpful for a project manager or for a design manager kind of a thing, where people are working from a remote kind of a thing, or people are working on a similar same office also, and you have 4 people who are supposed to work on one particular assignment. So in a community itself, the design manager can give an instruction, yes, these are the tasks which need to be completed by such and such date. So he need to just create a VDO, and then everybody simply need to put the things in progress kind of a thing, and we will start working on this. And this is the what 3D SWAM community can brings in the table. So let's dwell slightly more deeper into this, and let's see how Gurpreet helps us to understand what 3D SWAM community can help in organization.
Yeah. Sure, Rohit. So here, as a design manager, so I log into this community, and I can see that my team is posting a lot of content, and this is basically a product which is completed, and they have posted in the community. So now I have seen that this particular vehicle design is complete. So let me just look at this vehicle design over here. So what I do is I go to my data tab over here in the dashboard, and then using the search tool, I'm going to basically search this assembly over here, and then I'm going to drag and drop this assembly inside the 3D Play app. So gentlemen, please note, right now what I'm doing is I'm going to see this 3D model in a web browser. I've not installed any application on my machine, so you can basically view a complete 3D data on any device. You just need an internet connection and the access to the free experience platform. So apart from a normal exploring, I can do a fly or a walkthrough, and also can review the PMI as well. So apart from this, I can do a lot of other stuff like creating an explode view and markups and so on. So what I'm doing is I feel this design looks pretty okay. So from within the 3D Play app, I'm going to add a post to my community that this design looks good. So let us create some prototypes and share it with our testing team. So I'm basically going to add a post from within the 3D Play app over here. So now I go back to my design community, and let me just refresh it, reload this community over here, and then I can see that I have a post available. So these posts are something like the normal social media posts we do, like on Facebook, LinkedIn, and other social media platforms. I have created one more community where I have added a lot of people from outside my organization. So these are basically, this is a feedback community where people from my testing team have basically giving their feedback, and they are giving the feedback in terms of ideas. Okay, so they have posted a lot of ideas, and as Rohit said, we can fuel the ideation process over here. So based on the feedback, based on the likes and comments, and based on our discussion, we can move the specific idea into a much more into a mature state. And here you can see I can also add something called a survey. Okay, so if I want to conduct a survey within the team, or maybe outside my organization, if I want to conduct a survey, and I can call people to the community, and I can add some survey over here. So here now I have moved to my research tab over here, where based on the survey result, I have posted some metrics over here, and then I do have some quick links available so that I can access the frequently used websites, and also a feed reader, which basically gives me news on the wheelchair athletics industry day in and out. And this is a website that I always keep on following for my design job. So it is also available on my dashboard itself. So here what I'm going to do is from within the metrics reader, so where we have added the survey results, I'm going to add a post in my community. From here also I can add a post. So here I'm basically adding a post that based on the survey results from the testing team, let us work towards improving our design. And then the same post is available to my team over here. So what this 3D swim app is going to do, it is going to create a social platform for your organization. It's going to be a professional social platform where your people can collaborate and interact. Yeah. So back to you, Rohit.
Yeah, yeah. Gurpreet, am I audible now? Because I see a lot of complaints coming
Um,
now
uh,
also. Because
yes, Rohit, to me you are audible, but we can see a lot of comments on the.
I've replugged the microphone also.
Okay,
By the
okay,
way.
fine. Gentlemen, can you please respond if Rohit is audible and if he is
Uh,
clear?
now
Yeah,
because I've
yeah. Now
replugged
you
the
are audible.
microphone.
Yeah. Okay,
So
perfectly fine.
okay. So another thing which we said about 3D drive is basically it is not a normal drive like an Google Drive or kind of a thing. It's basically created and customized from an engineer's perspective. So it can help you to store a CAD data or a known CAD data. Second thing which is primarily a USP of 3D drive is it opens within SolveWorks. So within a SolveWorks environment, if you could see in this particular picture also, on the right side you could see 3D drive is opened within a SolveWorks UI itself. Another thing in a 3D drive is basically it gives you a file preview option. So if you've saved any file, you are not even viewing this particular file by file name. You are previewing what is there in this particular inside the file also. That if you see the preview option is also available in the picture which shown in the slide kind of a thing. Another thing which makes 3D drive a unique proposition is the child-parent relationship. So how child-parent relationship helps you? So, for example, you are working on a project which has a complete assembly, and you are supposed to work on two components on the particular assembly, two parts of the particular assembly on its only. So you need not to upload the complete assembly. So you are basically uploading only that particular part which is being worked upon you. So it understands the child-parent relationship. So that helps your work also, and that helps you to organize your work also. So that makes your life much more easier in a 3D drive environment. Another USP of 3D drive is it integrates with Windows File Explorer. So one replica of 3D drive also resides in your machine. So your machine is basically acts as a replica of 3D drive. So you simply need to put the files on that particular replica of 3D drive. It automatically syncs with the cloud drive. So you are not waiting for your data to be uploaded or downloaded. It is automatically synced with your machine. So that makes your life much more easier. Another thing is the version management. So when we say version management, it's something like you are updating your old files only. So you have a different versions which are available kind of a thing. So whosoever is downloading, say you have updated particular file, then anybody who is downloading a particular file, he'll be automatically updating the latest one only. So even if you're working remotely, there is no question of any issues with respect to the versions kind of a thing. Then obviously that when you're sharing the file, you have the editing and the viewing rights. You can decide who can only view this particular design, or somebody can edit this particular designs also. Another thing which makes this particular 3D drive much more unique is the IT administrator can revoke this particular IT. When I say IT administrator, the administrator who is administrating this particular platform, that guy can revoke the rights of sharing also. So it's an organization. There is one guy who can control the overall perspective of who is sharing what kind of files in this particular environment kind of a thing. So that makes 3D drive a much more useful proposition from an engineering company's perspective. So let's look at another app which is available under our umbrella, that is called 3D Play. So once you go into 3D Play is nothing but basically an engineering viewer kind of an application. You can view and drawing, you can view and basically design. You can not even limit yourself to the design. Also, you can also do a markup also. So for example, you have created a design, you send it to your design manager. Your design manager you can do a markup. He can have a section excluded view of this particular design. He can have a measurement of this particular design. He can also do annotating of that particular design, and obviously can add text on the comments part kind of a thing. And then 3D Play is obviously being used as a backend backbone of this particular complete system, which you can use it for publishing in the community or for preview option kind of a thing. So 3D Play, if you recall, Gurpreet has also shown you to 3D Play while explaining you 3D dashboard, how 3D Play was useful in showing it in a dashboard kind of environment also. So another, apart from 3D Play, there is another good app which is available in our umbrella that is called 3D Search. So let's look at how 3D Search is useful in an environment. Now, for example, you are working in a current environment and each one of you are working in a community kind of environment. As Gurpreet has shown you 3D SWAM community. Yeah, Gurpreet, next slide, please. As Gurpreet has shown you 3D SWAM community. And earlier, what used to happen in a meeting environment kind of a thing, you used to have a minutes of meeting, you will decide, you will see, okay, this is what has been said by the manufacturing department, this is what has been said by the maintenance department. So that's the way you have changed those particular designs kind of a thing. Now, all those things, all those communications are happening in a basically in community kind of environment or a social media platform kind of environment. And then you're deciding that this is the way you want to change the design. And 2 years down the line, you would like to see why this particular design was changed. So you have a 3D search or 6W tag option available under your umbrella, where simply you need to go and search in your community why this particular design was changed at this particular point of time. You will come to know your vendor has said so, so you made this particular change with this particular design. So all those formal, informal communication which is available in a cloud environment, you can use it in a 3D search environment. Now, how this 3D search is different from a normal search is available in a Windows kind of environment. 3D search is not limited to the normal file names kind of a thing. It helps you to have a preview within the search window. It helps you to drag and drop any kind of app within the platform kind of environment also. So that makes this particular 3D search and 6W tag a much more engineer driven kind of a search which is available under your umbrella kind of a thing. In a regular, let's look at another app which is available with us. That another app is messaging, or let's look at the communicator kind of a thing. Now, any cloud platform which everyone is looking for, it need to have chats option. The chats option is 1:1, 1:to multiple people, or you would like to have a conversation with 1:1 or 1:to group people kind of a thing. All those options are available in a 3D messaging platform or a conversation platform kind of a thing. So please, in case someone is still facing any issue with the voice, please come back to me. I'll change the headset then otherwise. Okay, so on the 3D messaging part, as I said, this is also one of the key component in our 3D experience on our collaborative business innovator license rule. Now, another thing which is available in a 3D experience platform and which makes this particular platform a collaborative business innovator role specifically unique is we call it NetVibes Reader. Now, NetVibes Readers is something, a very special arrangement which is available. So how it helps? It helps you to do data analytics. It helps you to create a basically dashboard kind of arrangement for you. NetVibes Readers is a key app which can help you to create a dashboard which is much more useful to the management also. NetVibes Reader is an app which is much more useful if you are an information worker, you need some information related to your industry. You are an information worker, you need some information related to your product kind of a thing. NetVibes Readers can come handy to you. So let's call upon Gurpreet to explain you how NetVibes Readers can help an engineering manufacturing organization CEO level person or a design manager person or even designer also. Yeah, over to you, Gurpreet.
Yeah, thank you, Rohit. So, gentlemen, I would like to just take you through this business update tab over here that I've added in the dashboard. So here, if you see, I'm basically first of all looking at some critical production inventory data for my different models of my machine. Now, I can also go and see the insights on what were the high points in the data for past few years, and then what were the low points, and how is the overall trend going on. And here you can see there are different ways I can basically display these graphs. I can have a vertical graphs, I can have a horizontal graphs, a pie chart. I can show the data in terms of a table, or I can also show the data in terms of a 3D bar as well. And then over here, if you see, I have some more data that I look at very critically is the critical part inventory, and also I can basically see a little data analytics insight on the same as well. And here in the third tab over here, I'm basically looking at the sales numbers for each of my machine models. So what I'm going to do over here is let me just create one more graph over here. So I would like to basically drag and drop this NetVibes widget over here. So I can create a different type of data sets. I can create a quantitative type of data or a qualitative type of data. So now I would like to basically see the revenue generation happening across the past 3 years in my organization, and I want to basically plot some graphs so that I can discuss the same with my management. So here are basically some of the key areas where I can basically configure my analytics over here, and then I would like to basically add some details like the credit. So this data is being shared by the sales vice president, and then it is basically very easy to create this type of data analytics using a CSV file. So it could be a text file or a CSV file that we can use to create this sort of a data analytics inside the 3D Experience platform. So over to you, Rohit.
Yeah, thank you, Gurpreet. So with NetVibes readers, let's summarize what exactly is available now, what exactly is the value which is available as a user with Collaborative Business Innovator. So it helps you to centralize all the information and data in a single place kind of a thing. And that data is not centralized, available only to the organization, that is available throughout the organization, even outside the organization also, because it is available in a cloud platform. Second thing which it helps you is basically you can collaborate across the organization. You can collaborate across the organization, not even limited to your design department, engineering department. You can collaborate across your sales department, your marketing department, and even your production department kind of thing. Third thing it brings you is basically you can securely share and store contents. So as an IT administrator of an organization, you will always be bothered how this organization information is being shared at various department levels, at individual levels kind of a thing. So organization information is in organization control at all point of time kind of a thing. And this is again, which I said, the 3 points, which is centralized information, the collaboration, and the securely share the contents part. Again, I'm repeating this for my point. So this is not limited to your engineering department. This can be made across the organization kind of a thing. So this is the way our collaborative business innovator environment creates a virtual platform for your organization and creates that kind of environment where your organization not even basically covers this particular gap of remote sharing, but it all will also thrive. So let's look at another small survey from you. Let's listen from you on this particular part. Yeah, Gurpreet.
Yes. So, gentlemen, I'm going to add one more poll question. So, what we would like to take a feedback from you. Do you feel the need of collaborative way of working in your organization? So, we it's a multiple choice choices available with you. So, we would like to just see your feedback. So if you feel that you need a collaborative way of working, so you can just share your feedback over here on this poll. So gentlemen, I can see a lot of you are voting. More than 35% of the people have already voted. So requesting all of you to participate in this poll, and then maybe share your comments over here. So gentlemen, I'm going to close this poll in next 20 seconds. So requesting a lot of participation. So maybe 10 more seconds. Yeah, so I'm going to just close the poll now. And I'll just quickly share the poll results as well. So results are very enthusiastic. Okay, so over to you, Rohit.
Yeah. So as we promised in the beginning of the presentation, we will talk about how this particular platform integrates with SolidWorks. So let's look at how SolidWorks integrate with 3D Experience platform. The very first thing which SolidWorks does with 3D Experience platform, the one rule which we have been referring to, collaborative business innovator. So you can have, with the help of 3D Experience platform and SolidWorks combination, you can collaborate with the 3D SIM community. So as I said, all this 3D drive opens within your SolidWorks environment. So it is as if you are working within a single platform arrangement kind of a thing. So you can collaborate with 3D SIM community, you can share your data on 3D drive, you can get your design reviewed in a 3D play environment kind of a thing. So we have a time available, slightly time available is with us. So we will talk about this particular thing in a 2-minute video, which Gurpreet will talk to you about how this SolidWorks integrate with 3D Experience platform. And then on a future road perspective, and a future road perspective, I'm talking the organization future road perspective. So you would like to have a fully cloud enabled CAD environment. So that is also available. We have a 3D Creator X Design, which is only cloud CAD environment. Then we have a Xshape, which is only industrial design cloud enabled platform is available. As Novioworks, as I said in the beginning of the presentation, we have a full set of PLM solution which is available on 3D Experience platform. And then obviously simulation solutions are also available, which is Abacus solver based solutions are available. So with the collaborative business innovator, you basically put a first step towards a platform enabled environment. So let's call upon Gurpreet to tell you how exactly this particular environment works in SolidWorks and 3D Experience integration.
Right, Rohit. So gentlemen, I was very excited for this particular piece of the demonstration. So wherein you can see I'm basically working on one of the drawings of one of the hopper assembly. Okay, so what I'm going to do is let me just log in into the 3D Experience platform, which is integrated inside the SolidWorks environment. So here you can see the whatever I was able to see in my browser, the similar interface is also available within the 3D SolidWorks environment. So here what I'm doing is my 3D drive is now integrated with SolidWorks, and here I have basically created a folder. I've created a folder called Hopper Assembly. So let me just open this folder and let me just start uploading the data. So as Rohit mentioned earlier, so it's a engineered 3D a cloud drive. Okay, so it's an engineered cloud drive. So it understands the parent-child relationship as well. So I'm just uploading this drawing. So all the reference components will also be uploaded to the 3D drive as well. And as mentioned earlier, the 3D drive will also be installed on my local machine as well, and all the data is synced over here also. Okay, and just after uploading the data, I'm able to see the same data is also available in the browser as well. So the data is being synchronized across the platform over here. So here you can see I can basically preview the drawing as well as the 3D assembly in the 3D Play app. So I'm able to see this assembly that I have just recently uploaded. In order to see this assembly, I do not need any viewing application to be installed. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to basically make some changes to my drawing. So let me just add a little bit more detail to my drawing. I'm just gonna add some section views. So I've just placed a section view over here. So next I would like to add a detail view to my section that is being created. So here I'm basically adding a detail view over here. So once I am done with it, let me just save the drawing. Okay, and I've just saved the drawing. So since this drawing is uploaded on the 3D drive, so let me just go ahead in the right pane and basically see the properties. So here if you see, it shows that there is a history available to this particular file, which means there is a different version also available, which is a previous version. Now let me just add a couple of more details over here. Let me just add another detail view, and then I'm going to add one section view as well. So here is a section view that I'm going to create over here, and then let me just place this section view on the top. and then let me just save the file. Okay, so I have saved this file, and now let me just check that if the current version is available or not. So now if you see in the file history, it says I have a current version and I do have a previous 2 versions also available. Now let me see the same on the browser as well. On the browser also, it basically shows me that there are different versions also available, and at any point in time I can restore a previous version. So as Rohit rightly said, solid a 3D drive is not a general cloud drive. It is basically engineered for SolidWorks users.
Yeah.
Yes, Rohit.
Thank you, Gurpreet. Yeah, so let's look at a very simplified version of our discussion. So on a desktop environment, we are still carrying all the SolidWorks portfolio which is available with us, which is starting from CAD to the electrical design to PCB design to the inspection and to the simulation portfolio also, which is available under umbrella. But on the cloud side, we are having starting with Collaborative Business Unimator, the very first role which we have discussed today, which provides a collaboration platform to us. And then we have another sets of cloud portfolio which is available. That's a very simplified view for our audience to make you understand. This is the complete set of portfolio which is available with us, which is not limited to desktop. We have a good amount of portfolios available in cloud also. So let's summarize our today's discussion and let's see how this particular complete discussion is useful for all of you guys, kind of a thing. So from summary perspective, yeah, Gurpreet, next slide, please. So from summary perspective, let's understand the advantage of connecting SolidWorks to the cloud is you are basically in a current environment, you can continue with your uninterrupted design and development. You can continue working from remote, whether you're working from home or you're working from different offices, kind of a thing. You're leveraging the cloud technology to your advantage, which is the need of the hour, kind of a thing. Another thing which is all of you know, SolidWorks is a de facto 3D CAD standard kind of a thing. With connecting with your cloud, you're basically getting best of both worlds. You're not even getting the something which is available on the on premise arrangement, which is the SolidWorks available under your umbrella. You're also using the collaboration piece of the cloud. So you are basically using the best of both worlds, kind of a thing. Another thing which you need to understand with 3D Experience platform connection is, which we are picking up the right cloud solution is the key to success. If you're picking up 3D Experience cloud platform, you will have an advantage of the largest cloud portfolio in the industry. We are one of the only company in the world who has the largest cloud portfolio in the industry. We have a product available starting from CAD to collaboration to the PLM side to the simulation side. Everything is under the umbrella is available under our umbrella. So another thing which you need to understand is the marketplace, which you just discussed. So online marketplace is another ball game. It's like an Amazon is available under your for your procurement department, for within your organization. They can simply go to log into this particular platform and they can get their parts made through this particular platform also. Another thing which I would suggest to everyone, the guys who are looking for taking their organization towards the digital era, this is the first step towards cloud is basically entry through a cloud business unimator. It's a like entry gate to the 3D Experience platform. And believe me, you will not be limited. So you might be starting because of your issues of remote working kind of a thing, but then I can assure you this remote working can bring much more productivity level to your organization. You can have enhanced productivity level compared to your earlier way of working also. So only thing is you need to adopt your new way of working across the organization. So with this, I would summarize, I would sum up the complete presentation. And if you need further details, we have a next slide where we have a QR code mentioned, so you can go to those particular QR codes and get those videos linked. Yeah, you want to say something?
Yeah, Rohit. So before we jump to the next slide, I think we have already talked about you can access your data anywhere, anytime on any device. So shall I show us quick glimpse on how I am able to manage my design environment in the iPad that I have at my home?
Please, Gurpreet, that would be
Yeah,
wonderful.
so gentlemen, if you see, I'm just basically projecting my iPad over here. So the same 3D experience platform that you have seen on the desktop is available on the iPad as well. So here on the live, I'm basically going to see this particular assembly. I'm just rotating, just trying to understand that what the design is all about, and then I'm able to basically do the exploded view as well. Okay, so based on the type of sub assemblies, okay, sub assembly levels, I'm able to do the explode, and I can basically see the complete set of information and my complete assembly in detail. Okay, so then I can also take measurements, do the markups, and a lot of things I can do. So whatever you have seen till now on the desktop, the same can be done on your tabs as well. It could be Android tab, it could be an iOS tab, or any other device. Okay, so here whatever we have done till now using the laptop, I'm able to see all my engineering business update over here, and then on my communities also I can access on iPad, and then same holds true for my community analytics. So I can dwell really deeper into my organization's data and business update and conversations, collaborations, even if I'm sitting at home and I do not have access to my laptop. Generally for design managers and the people in the management, they generally would like to see an overall update on a dashboard, that the update will be available to them on any device. Yeah. Thank you, Rohit.
Makes life, yeah, that makes life much more useful, much more interesting also. So it's not, you're not limited to the laptops, your bosses or your management guys. They can simply log into their iPads or their mobile devices, and then they can view and review everything and anything at any point of time. So that makes then life with a cloud platform, it's much more easier for you guys. So with this, we are open for question and answer. Yeah, last slide, please, Gurpreet. So with this, we are open for question and answer. In case you guys are interested to know more about this particular collaborative business innovator, you can scan this QR code also. It takes you to a site where few more videos are available towards collaborative business innovator. You can view those particular videos at your free time, kind of a thing. Any questions as of now? We are free to take those particular questions. Yeah.
Rohit, can you just start with the questions?
Yeah. So the very first question is it possible to send the recording because you joined late? Sir, anyway, we are planning to do a repeat of this particular webinar on 14th of May. You can log in at that particular point of time. You can see the details. Then is there an additional charge for this experience, as you have already have SolidWorks 20? Yes, sir, you need to buy a collaborative business innovator role to have this particular experience part. Second part is kindly elaborate on data security. So on data security part, guys, let's understand this is a complete cloud-based system which is enabled and managed by AWS, and our own organization is also having the required data certification status. On the data security part, one of the best example I can always quote is the US Defense is now planning to move to cloud platform. If you guys have heard it recently, kind of a thing. So those kind of data securities are available in this particular platform, kind of a thing. Then another question is, I think, Gurpreet, are you?
Yeah.
Let me start from the top.
Yeah, we'll start from the top. So there's a question from Mr. Manish Kanwar. SolidWorks connector need SolidWorks hardware or on SolidWorks desktop? Okay, so Manish, yes, you need a SolidWorks connector, which is basically part of the Business Innovator license. As I have shown you that 3D Experience Solid Collaborative Business Innovator hosted on the 3D Experience platform will be sitting inside the SolidWorks environment. So you will have a SolidWorks connector that needs to be installed. So
Yeah,
then,
one question is for this. We can design, store our data in cloud, but how we link this to our ERP to release bill of material? So, sir, this is a cloud platform which ultimately, end of the day, the data which is available in the 3D drive environment, you can link with your ERP without any issues, kind of a thing. So this is requires slightly more depth, but then this can be linked. There is no issue in this particular part.
okay, there is a question. I'm interested to know if my data can be kept on cloud and be accessed remotely from their homes on a workstation. Okay, so this is just a comment, not a question. So I thought it was a question.
Okay, so there are a few questions on the cloud storage, smart cloud storage of 5 GB, that is per user or organizational level. Sir, as you will buy more and more, it will be it will be organizational level, which you can spread across the user, kind of a thing. So we will give per user, but then the control is of the admin, so he can control it later on date, kind of a thing. Second thing, yeah, Gurpreet.
Yeah. So Rohit, if you can take this question, do SolidWorks giving any trial space on the cloud?
Trial space on the cloud? No, sir. This is This is not a cloud storage per se. This is a complete environment which is available, kind of a thing. So we can definitely show you the complete videos if you want, and this QR code, if you scan, you can go through this particular video scan on this particular part, kind of a thing. Or you can get in touch with your VAR. He can probably guide you in a much better or in a much elaborative manner how probably we can, if you have any apprehension, we can solve those particular apprehensions, kind of a thing.
Yeah. So how it gets synced with the EPDM?
So it can complement the EPDM environment, because this is ultimately, end of the day, this is more of a collaborative environment, kind of a thing, which you are working with for your organization. So this can work along with EPDM environment also.
Yeah.
Not an issue on this.
Yeah. Yeah, especially the collaboration aspects you can pretty well use that will complement EPDM. Yeah.
Yeah. So then there is a question of
Yeah, there's a question, can we get the history of chat conversations? Yes, Manish, you can get the complete history of chat conversations because everything is being synced on internally, and then you can use the 6W tags, the search tool, to basically go in depth of what discussions have happened and so on. So the chat history will also be captured over there. Yeah.
Yeah, so there is one very good question which came from Mr. Navneet Gill. How this would be useful for big machine assembly like ours? Gurpreet, probably you can take it, this particular question.
Yes.
How
Yes,
this
yes.
platform will be useful for big machine assemblies like ours?
Yeah. So Navneet, even if you work on very big assemblies, it will be very useful, especially when you want to quickly show that assembly to someone when you are out for a sales call or for a meeting, or over the web also, when you are basically showing someone that this is the design we have done. So this can be used as a great tool to basically share the data because it's going to be a very light format. Secondly, overall collaboration aspects you can basically use to a great extent. And since you are already using PDM, so your data is already basically saved and secured in the data management. But yes, you can very well use the collaboration aspect, and also any data that you would like to quickly share with your team members, or maybe outside the organization also, you can use the 3D drive to do that. Even large assemblies, what I have experienced is around 5,000 6,000 part assembly that I have tried. It all depends upon the bandwidth. So it will take a little time in just uploading the data, and then after that, once it is there on the clouds, you are basically free to use that data to repurpose it. Yeah. Yes, Rohit.
Yeah, one of the question is it an add-on feature of SolidWorks, or it is a existing feature of SolidWorks? Guys, this is not an existing feature of SolveWorks. This is an add-on module which you're buying in a cloud environment on a 3D Experience platform, and you need to buy it separately. So this is an add-on role which you'll be buying it for your user kind of a thing, which will which can work along with your SolveWorks or non-SolveWorks environment also. For example, if your organization owners, obviously they are not using SolveWorks, but then as Gurpreet has shown, they would like to see what is happening with the SolveWorks, the design kind of a thing. He would like to explore, he would like to comment on that. He would like to make a community with you guys on approval of something kind of a thing. They're very beautiful videos on this particular QR code. If you can view those particular videos, you will have much more clearer idea how this particular thing is useful for your organization kind of a thing. Yeah. Another thing which is asked is what will be the cost of this particular module. So for cost purpose, you need to contact your nearest reseller because the resellers are the people who sell this particular software. We do not sell directly all this product line. There is another question: do remote users need the SolveWorks license in their computer also? Yeah, Gurpreet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rohit, can you please repeat the question?
Do remote users need the SolveWorks license in their computer also?
Okay, so sir, if users want to work on SolidWorks and then share the data, then they definitely need a SolidWorks license. If let's say a manager just wants to view the data and they were just need to give some feedback, so in that case he do not need a SolidWorks license. So whatever I have shown you in the 3D Play app, commenting, exploring the assembly, and then sectioning the assembly, all those reviewing everything that we have shown on the web browser. So for that you do not need a SolidWorks license. But yes, in case you need to work on something that will require a SolidWorks license.
Another question, Gurpreet, probably you would like to take is how much is the bandwidth requirement for this particular
Okay.
For this running this particular.
Yeah. So I can also see that question. So why we were using basically the videos is so that we can we should be able to share as much as possible information in a very short span of time. But having said that, I have also shown you a live demo on my iPad as well. So the bandwidth requirement, what we recommend is around 4 Mbps of the data speed. But having said that, even if you have a little lower bandwidth, still it will work. Only depends upon the latency, and the latency is it should be less than 120. So even if you have a little lesser the download speed, but your latency is less than 120, it basically works. But the more sugar you put, the sweeter it will become. So the more is the bandwidth, the overall performance will be better.
Yeah, one good question, Gurpreet, which has come is basically in the browser, can we edit our design and update it?
Okay, so in the browser, if you want to edit the design, if you have created an assembly inside SolidWorks, what we recommend is you do your review on the browser and then do the editing of the assembly inside the SolidWorks desktop application. But having said that, if you would like to do some more changes and you do not have access to SolidWorks, we do have a tool called XDesign, which basically is a pure cloud-based CAD tool. So using which you can open a SolidWorks data and you can do all the editing over there within the browser itself. So anyways, we are going to talk about that in our coming series of webinars.
Yeah, there are a few questions which are linked to which Gurpreet has just talked about. There are a few questions which has come up, one or two cloud CAD softwares kind of thing. Boss, this is not a cloud CAD software discussion. We will be talking of our cloud CAD, that is our XDesign 3D Creator in our upcoming webinars. This is a collaborative environment for any organization which will help you to work or rework your way of working kind of thing. So another thing which is, can we create new part using cloud system?
Okay, so again, my answer is if you want to use the cloud system to create a new product or a new part or an assembly, then just a tune to us. We are going to shortly through a series of webinar. We are going to show that how cloud CAD is going to basically hit the market, and then what are the possibilities. So my answer is basically the same.
Okay. Is it also collaborative with CATIA? Yes, you can collaborate with CATIA, sir. Second, another question is, do we need to install it in every device? Sir, to answer this particular question, you need not to install it in any device. This is basically a login kind of an environment. It is something like Netflix, which you log in kind of a thing. So you log in into any device. For example, Gurpreet has just logged in from a machine, or Gurpreet has just logged in from
From an iPad.
iPad also.
Yeah. So
any
what you
machine,
need? Yeah.
any device.
Yeah. So sir, what you need is just a browser. You just need a browser. No matter you are on a PC, you are on a MacBook, you are on an iPad, or maybe an Android tab. So you just need a browser. It could be Safari, it could be Chrome, it could be Microsoft Edge. So you just need a browser or a Firefox to basically launch the 3D Experience platform.
Okay. So bandwidth, I think we have already answered. How different it is from PLM? Sir, PLM is 3D Experience platform. When we say it has a PLM as one of the component, the collaborative business innovator, which the rule which we have discussed today, that's an entry stage to any of the cloud platform. Now, second step is up to you, whether you would like to move to cloud PLM environment, or whether you would like to move to cloud CAD environment, or whether you would like to move to cloud simulation environment, or all of the environment kind of a thing. So cloud PLM or PLM for that particular matter, that is just another module which you can have once you enter into this particular space kind of a thing. So how much it is useful for education sector? Sir, we have a very specific dedicated education modules which are available. Yes, you can get in touch with our education resellers. They can guide you much more elaborative manner on this particular part. We have a very good modules available for education sector also.
Yeah, Rohit, actually, I'm getting a message from Puneet. A lot of more questions are being polled. So do we take all the questions, or shall we end the session and then respond to the questions one-on-one?
Yeah, we can respond to these particular questions 1:1 also, and I think we have left one of the poll question if you run it.
Yeah. So I will quickly run that poll question. So, gentlemen, we would like your answers. Oh, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we need your answers to this poll. So, how do you want us to help you? So, do we engage with you by providing more information, or do you want us to do a personalized, detailed demonstration, or you want a quote from the sales team? Or even if you are not a decision maker, just select that option also, so that we can engage with you a little more, and then we can talk to your team in detail about the same offerings. Yeah. So I can see a lot of people are voting. I would recommend everybody to vote and basically answer this poll question. So in next 15 seconds, I'm gonna close the poll. So I humbly request everybody to please respond to the poll. Yeah, so thank you all for responding to this poll. So I'm gonna close the poll now.
One thing which I would like to elaborate to the team, we are anyway going to repeat this particular webinar again on 14th. So if anyone of you have missed, or anyone you would like to recommend, please get in touch with our social media platform of SolidWorks India, where we will be posting our that invite. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Rohit, and thank you, Gurpreet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we do apologize for not taking all the questions since because of the time constraint, we couldn't answer all the questions. We could see more than 700 people, and the questions were still going on. But unfortunately, we had time restrictions for the webinar. We are already overboarded by half an hour, but nevertheless, no need to worry. Please send us an email with your questions, and we will ensure to address each and every question which you send an email. Having said that, post this webinar, you will receive a recording of this webinar link post 24 hours, which is, I'm assuming tomorrow evening. You will receive an email as a follow-up email. With that email, you will all receive a recording link for this webinar. If you want to go through the session once again to understand anything you did not get during the session, please feel free to go through the recording. If you still have any questions, you have our email ID. You also get my email ID post this webinar. Please feel free to send us an email. Once again, thanking everyone to attending this webinar, and I hope this session has been knowledgeable and useful to you all. Lastly, but not the least, Gurpreet and Rohit, thanks a lot for your time and taking us such a great initiative on cloud webinar.
Thank you.
So
Puneet. Thanks a
stay
lot.
home, stay safe.
Thank you, Puneet.
Yeah, take care,
Thanks
guys.
everyone for attending this webinar. Stay home, stay safe.
So we are closing the webinar now. Thank you all.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.